Hi everybody, thanks for clicking on this video and welcome to my savings, budgeting, and YouTube journey. I am here to represent the hardworking, low-income single parents. On this channel, I experiment with different budgeting styles, savings goals, and I share the strategies I learn as I go. So if that sounds interesting at all to you, please go ahead and click the like button. Wait a second, I don't know if I can do this here. Click the like button and subscribe to follow my journey. Okay, I was not planning on being on camera today. I just came from walk, so this is very impromptu, but I wanted to show you guys what I did. So today is the night before payday, and I have to do my closeout. I haven't even uploaded my pre-payday prep yet, but that'll be coming before this video does. So anyway, I did my closeout and it was a little bit hectic this time. Well, like it's always hectic, but because I went on that vacation for a few days and I was not tracking during that vacation. Like I kind of have an idea of how much I spent in each area, but I just went ahead and put all my cash from my wallet right back in the bank and paid my Discover card with it because that's what I used the entire trip was just my Discover card. I think I used cash maybe once or twice, but most of it was just my Discover card. So I made that payment that went through and posted today. I do want to show you what I figured out and what I was tracking up until the vacation. So let me show you that quickly. Hopefully this works out because I don't even know where I'm supposed to be looking. Have I been looking at the wrong place the whole time? I probably should be looking here. Anyway, so May budgets. Clearly, I've been clicking around and doing all kinds of stuff today, but this is my bi-weekly budget here. So I started off with this first column, the budgeted column. I wish I could make it smaller than that. Can I make it smaller than that? No. All right, anyway, this is what I filled out in the first column at the beginning of the pay period. So what I budgeted, and then the actual is what I just filled out just now. I was trying to fill out some during the pay period, so which was good. So I did good at first. I got the right plan, but it's the execution sometimes that bothers that just doesn't work out. Anyway, here are some of my expense tracking that I was doing. I was color coding it right when I was putting it in, and I was making sure the balances matched up with what I had on hand. So it was working really well. So I had the setup correct. The setup is good. So I'm going to stick with this setup for this upcoming paycheck. So hopefully you guys can see this. I'll zoom in a little bit. All right, so I have a good setup for expense tracking. And then I also have how I am going to track my grocery variable expenses. So grocery, home, and gas. I have that step card that I use for that. But last pay period, I explained to you guys that I realized that Walmart holds your money for a while, and I'm not a fan of that. So what I'm going to do is just pay my Walmart grocery pickup, that big bulk order that I usually do every 2 weeks. I'm going to pay that with my Discover card and immediately, like right after I click send, immediately pay off the Discover. There's already a balance on there, which there usually is not. But there's a balance on there already, so I'm able to do that. And then it will post the right amount, when Walmart's done doing their thing. So that's the setup for May, but I wanted to show you some of what I spent. I had that huge deposit right there. You'll see, why am I pointing to it? Like you can see what I'm pointing at. Right here, the gutter deposit, $12.45. So that's only half of how much I finally scheduled my gutters to be repaired. Finally, I don't know why I've been putting it off this long. Well, first of all, I was saving for it, but finally paid that off. That's going to be done on Monday. They're coming out to do that. So yay, confetti. Finally, that's going to be done. Oh, God. And there's more projects that I need to do to this house slowly but surely, and I will get it. Excuse me for looking all over because I don't really know where to look at. But You know how it is. Okay, so mortgage was paid, utilities was paid. I paid that not late, but I paid that extra utility payment. That was extra, $62. Internet was exactly what I expected it to be. So the only reason this is really out of place is because of that gutter deposit, which I knew that was coming at some point, just not exactly when. So debt discover we paid 656, and that was from the trip that we paid back, and then some gas as well. So I did take $50 from the $50 more from the gas and groceries sinking fund because I needed gas when we came back from our trip. So clearly I did not budget enough for gas for the trip. But that went on there. So I do have 50 extra dollars in cash left in my wallet, and that's only from the sinking fund. That's not like I had extra money. It's the first time in a long time. There is no money left at all. Like there's nothing left in the wallet pet and except for pet and health. So those are still in the wallet. I'm not going to show you that. I'll just tell you really quickly. I got my wallet right here. So pet has $54 as of right now, and health has $70. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm all over the place. But here's debt. Old Navy we spent while we were on the trip. So we did some shopping at Old Navy, but that's paid off. So there's no other balance on any of these, well, except for student loans and Discover. Discover has right now, I'll show you that in June what the balance is as of now. Affirm, we paid it, we planned to pay it. So we paid $745 more in debt, but numbers do lie. I don't know why people say numbers don't lie. The more that I do this budget, the more I realize that just because something seems off, it doesn't mean that I'm over budget because money just gets moved around, at least in my case. I mean, at least in my case. So I'm not stressing it. Car insurance, we pay that just about what we expected it to be. No unbudgeted expenses, technically. So that's empty. Savings, we saved $410 this month. Yay, confetti. $410 we saved even with going on the trip. But we used a lot of sinking funds anyway. So we used $721 right here in sinking funds when we only planned to use 455. So definitely went over for the vacation, but it was worth it. I'm not worried about it. The money will come back around. Gas, yeah, I didn't even fill this out because I don't even know where we are with that. She got her allowance, so that's there. Gas, I'm pretty sure we spent, I thought I wrote that in there. Maybe I wrote it down. Let me see. I, nope, that's not it. Hold on. Hopefully I can edit this. If not, it's gonna look a mess. Where is it? Anyway, I remember we spent about 183, I think, in gas. So we definitely went over. And then grocery, we spent 166. I don't know where I put these numbers, but I did figure it out. Home variable, I think I only spent like $18, but since we went over in all the other ones, um, it balanced out. So in that step card where I keep my variable funds, there is still $60, and that's only because thanks to you guys, I got $75 from one of you signing up for the SoFi account. So yay, thank you. Make sure you refer your friend for wherever that was so that you can get that money too. And listen, we're gonna share the wealth literally. So if you're thinking about opening a SoFi, please use my card. My card. Don't use my card. Please don't do that. Please use my link in the description box. You will get $25. And I think they kicked mine down to like $50 now. And there's only a limit of 5 that you can do, but still, that's a pretty good, just for recommending people to try. And I do honestly recommend SoFi. So far, so good. Okay, yeah, and the rest of this, I don't even know. We're just gonna roll past that. YouTube, I did spend $18 that I did not plan to spend, and that's because I bought the giveaway. It was a 100 envelope challenge, and she loved it. I'm very glad. I'm very happy that she won, and we will be doing more giveaways in the future. So yeah, I was really hopeful for May, and then I went on vacation, and I was like, I'm not doing none of that. Like, was done with it. So yeah, and then no spends. I got that habit tracker, and like I said, when I got on vacation, I wasn't doing anything. So, which it is what it is. So yeah, May we'll try again in June. Just leave it at that. Pre-budget notes, add sinking fund to cash while on payday. So we did that. Vet estimate. So I estimated $100 for the vet, and it was only $68. So I think it was like $107 went back to the pet emergency envelope. So that's good. We'll bulk that back up at some point. She only needs to go to the vet, knock on wood, once a year. And then we found another spot where she can get shots, so I might not even need that. I just want to establish care with a new vet because the one that we had was like super far away, and I didn't want to do that anymore. Let's see. Vet estimate, pay utilities. So I did. Now I figured out why I didn't pay the utilities. I paid the utilities, the extra one later than I expected to. Usually I try to do everything on payday, but the site was under construction. So I wish I would have looked at my notes. What's the point of putting it down if I'm not going to look at it? I don't know. And then these are some of the sinking funds that we used. I'll show you in the sinking funds and savings tracker all of them. And these were my financial goals for that pay period, create investment plan, which I did not. I didn't even look at this to look at my goals. So bad on me. Finish. So I don't even know. Finish half of remaining balances of one savings challenge. I don't know if I did that. The math today, I'm not in the mood. So I don't know. We saved a lot of money though, so there's that. Return from vacation with minimum 30%. Definitely did not do that. Came back with nothing, literally. I did update my resume. I did schedule the gutters, and I did not stick to my workout schedule. So that's a new goal that's going to be rolling over to next pay period. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not gonna. For those of you that are new, I'm not going to do the percentages right now. I don't have the exact numbers to even do that, so I'm not going to do that. So post budget notes. I need to be more consistent with expense tracking, even on vacation. I need to be more consistent with my habit tracker. And what else did I do? I'm going to start tracking Discover. I did add that to my little template here. Go away. So I started to do that last pay period, and clearly it went all over the place. So I'm going to start doing that. Um, yeah, that's it. No spends 36%, but literally I wasn't tracking, so I don't know for sure. But I spent a lot, like every day, so that's probably right. Did I achieve my goals? Not all of them. So no, uh, no. Slacked while on vacation. That's pretty much it. Where did I have the most trouble? Probably I did not budget enough for gas. So that was a big one. But thankfully, we had the sinking fund. So I had some money here that I could replace it with. So that was good. What could I improve next month? Tracking, track expenses better. And we're going to track, add discovered tracking. And do not spend. No credit card spending. June. Uh, let's say June. What am I proud of? I am proud that we um, took the cash back to the bank instead of just spending it to pay the Discover bill because I was tempted. I was tempted. I am proud of finally having a setup because look what I did. Just this being able to do this, so I'm proud of that setup for YouTube, and I am proud of setting up my expense tracker successfully. It's finally like in a format that I like. So here's my expense tracker for last month. So I keep a running balance now of all the accounts, and then I have my main account. I don't really use that much. I have the bill account for all the bills to come out. I have cash that I take out every payday. You guys see me, I am a cash stuffer as well. Variable is my step card for gas, grocery, and home. I'm keeping track of everything here, this running balance. So I know what I have on hand altogether. So in all of my bank accounts, not all of my bank accounts, and all of my spending accounts and in cash, that's the running balance that I'm keeping track of too. This is a lot. You don't have to do all of this. You don't have to do all this. What I would recommend for somebody just starting is just to keep one of these, keep a running balance. Like put down what you start with when you start the week or bi-weekly or however you budget. Put down how much you start with and then just subtract from it wherever you spend the money. Like it doesn't even matter where. Like I don't need to be doing all this. I'm just extra. So, and then plus it's for content too. So it helps people who do want to do all of this. And I just kind of like it. I kind of like it. Like, I don't want to sound like a nerd or anything, but I kind of like it. So that's it for May. Sorry if I babbled way too much, but that's what I do. June. So, June, let me go back. Let me show you this. I ended up separating June monthly from all June budgets just because I didn't want to make a mistake and start editing the monthly budget when I really just want to do the bi-weekly. So the monthly budget from now on is just going to be like a preview for me. I kind of just want to know what's coming up within the month so that I can plan, so that why are my lips not working how they're supposed to? So that I can plan for the month in a broad view sense kind of way, just so I can see and plan that way. But I'm not going to be going back and forth to do, the monthly and actuals. I'm just going to do that on a bi-weekly basis. So yeah, that's the new plan because I'm overwhelming myself with more than I actually need to be doing. Anyway, here is the bi-weekly budget for this coming pay period. So I get paid tomorrow. This is the plan. I wrote down my rollover balances, so what I have in each of the accounts, and I also put those right here. So back up. So you'll see in each of the accounts, I put the starting balances. So that's another trick that I'm doing. I don't know why all of that is shaded, but that's another thing that I'm trying out. And then I showed you all of this in my pre-payday prep. The only thing that changed really from then to now is the grocery. I do have the $60.18 left in that step card, which I use for grocery, gas, and home. So I just added that to the new budget for grocery. I'm not going to spend it on anything else. It'll be used on one of those categories, grocery, gas, or home. Whereas we do have a full tank of gas right now, so I might not need that much, but we're not worrying about that. Pre-budget notes. Yeah, restart Netflix on the 13th. I want to make sure it's on the 13th that I restart it and not before or after because that's how I have the budget set up for it. So we're just going to restart it right when it was before. I need to develop an investment plan. I do have that as one of my goals down here. And just my mantra for this pay period, I deserve abundance in all kinds. I showed you guys that in the pre-payday prep. If you have not seen that, that's where I give you the breakdown of where I got all these numbers. So make sure you watch those. That's my bread and butter right there. So that's how I figure out life. Financial goals, create an investment plan, stay within budget for grocery. That's the goal, that's a plan. So I did say in my pre-payday prep that I had some money for, or in the monthly budget that I had some money for from my daughter for her on her SNAP benefit card. And that must have been from COVID. Like it must have been from a long time ago because I'm not eligible for it. But during COVID, they were like giving people more leeway than usual. So she did have that because she had free school lunch. That's why. And there was $150 in there. Yeah, that's gone. When we came back from our trip, we went grocery shopping and that's gone. Man, $150 goes by so quick. So quick. All right, personal goals. Choose a major. Yay. So Quick side note, I have decided, well, let me be quiet. I try not to say too many things in advance, but I've decided to look into going back to school. Let's put it that way. I've decided to look into going back to school. So there's a few steps I need to take before I decide. I'm in between a few majors. So if you guys are into it, or so if you guys know anything about these majors, so here are the ones that I'm choosing between. So it's finance. I know these are broad. So finance, computer science, or business. So I'm really leaning towards business because I just feel like that's where I would fit. But also finance, I'm really starting to like the number thing. So doesn't mean I'm good at it yet, but so let me know what your thoughts are there. Reset and restart my habit tracking. So I'm going to clear out the habit tracker app and start over with like my goals and my days of the week that I want to be tracking, and tracking my workouts. Mostly that's the main thing, and my water, because I'm still struggling. Still struggling. If you have any tips on not struggling with drinking a vital life source, I don't know why I can do other goals and not this, but yeah, I just forget. I forget to drink water. All right, and then I have the setup for the rest of the month. So wish me luck on, you know, this budget. And then I did fill out my bank withdrawal sheet. I am really liking this virtual thing. I don't know how long it's going to last, but so far I like it. Yeah, so I just wrote in, how much I want to take out for each. Since I have that $50 bill already that I was going to use for, wait a second. Yeah. So instead of taking that $50 back to the bank, I'm just going to leave $50 in the bank and, subtract it from personal. So personal was supposed to get 55. Hold up. I'm really hoping I can edit this, yo. But if not, yeah. So $50 is gonna be in my wallet already. So I'm just gonna take $5 out. This is pretty self-explanatory. I just break down what bills and denominations I need to get from the bank. If you're new here, that's the reason for this, because I use cash stuffing for, my daily expenses. So these here I use cash for. And then these I keep at home. These are sinking funds and savings challenges. So they're just money that I'm building up for different projects or different things that we're going to need throughout the year. Right, yeah, that's it. So that's set up and that's ready to go. And then let me show you my sinking funds from May. This is a jam-packed video. I didn't plan on doing all this together, but here we are. All right. I did not plan this video well at all. Anyway, here's our May sinking funds and savings challenges. So yes, again, I'm extra. But I am tracking what I'm putting in every payday. That's this column here, payday A, and then payday B, and then I'm adding bonus income, which is just my YouTube income on average, that I'm adding whenever I can. And then this pay period, clearly we use a lot of sinking funds. You'll see all those added up to 721. Yeah, we used her beauty envelope. She got her hair done. $8 there for her beauty. For me, shopping and miscellaneous, I did some stuff for me this pay period. So yeah, I got a pedicure and that literally took every dollar out of there. It was only $41. So, and it was much needed. I don't do that. Like, I don't pamper myself usually I just do everything at home. But baby, I was gonna hurt somebody with them toes. First degree homicide. But so that's done. All right, that's it. You ever seen that video? It's so messed up. It's so messed up, and it's not funny, but I had to laugh. Like, where the girl is with, I think it was Jocelyn Hernandez. She has like some cabaret group or whatever. I just saw a clip of it. I didn't watch the show, but oh Man, I'm gonna insert it because it's too awkward for me to say it, but
including aborted twins, you feel me, to better yourself because the dude want to leave you. But you just had an abortion? Twins? Twins. Mm. Damn, double homicide. Finch? I'm sorry.
all right, that's it. I'm ready. I'm ready for the next 2 weeks. Something I hope you are doing your budget, sticking to your budget, or at least trying. We're trying. That's all we have to do. We have to try. Trying is better than having no idea where your money went and or how you can fix it or how you can make more or save more. So at least we're looking at it. We're trying. We're doing the best that we can do and still living life the way that we want. Thanks so much for watching. I want you to always remember it is about progression and not about perfection. And happy saving. Bye.